Hello everybody and welcome to today's video, Legally Naiya, Legally Naiya. And if you're watching this video, you are basically at the end of bar prep and I'm asking you to keep going, to keep putting in effort every day, to don't stop, keep reviewing and keep practicing. You are at the finish line. I have found that closer to bar prep day, a lot of people aren't in the mood to review anymore. They're like, I've out-reviewed this is over with. But the most important thing about bar prep is recalling everything and keeping everything at the forefront. So keep actively recalling your MBE rules, keep actively recalling your essay rules, keep writing an essay every single day, minimally one. Keep doing MBE practice questions in a simulated environment and keep doing practice questions in a simulated environment of Florida multiple choice as well. No matter where you are in your bar prep program right now, it is best for you to stay focused on yourself and the prize. And I don't care where you at, keep fighting until bar exam day. But be realistic with yourself. We are about 20 something days out until the bar. Every day must be intentional and every day you must target and balance everything out, but also fix your holes that you know exist. Do not let yourself walk into bar day with holes. But welcome to today's video. This video is about the mental health of bar prep. I know that bar prep is a lot, and during my bar prep, I went through like the 9 stages of grief: anger, denial, rejection, locking in, everything. So by now, I'm pretty sure you guys have been through the emotional feeling of bar prep. So this is why I'm here to tell you guys to keep going. Every attorney has walked this path, and this is the passage to becoming an attorney. Not everybody believes it's fair, not everybody believes it's great, but guys, this is it. You get through this and your bar license is on the other side of this, so keep fighting. This is when you got to remember why you're studying and what you're doing it for. If you want to be an immigration attorney, tell yourself you're doing this to become the best immigration attorney to ever exist. If you want to be a real estate attorney, tell yourself that you want to be the one that everybody goes to, and one day your name will be known out here and everybody will know you as the best in your niche. You know, this is when you hold on to your reason why. If you're a mother, if you're a father, if you're a daughter, if you come from a low income household, this is when you fight for the why. So hold on to your why and know that this is you changing your life forever. But I do just want to say, you guys, you made it. You made it and keep pushing. Bar prep really tests you. I feel like because bar prep is so much, and in my opinion, bar prep was like under stressed. Like so many people would be like, oh, bar prep, you'll get through it, you'll get through it. And then you go through it and you're like, why didn't nobody tell me how real this was? Why didn't nobody tell me I'd be able to figure out how to improve on my own? Why didn't nobody tell me I have to figure out how to get better in gaps? Why did nobody tell me X, Y, and Z? And this is why I became a bar coach, because I had to go through all that during bar prep on my own. And I took the February bar, so that's when schools don't even use their more resources. People now tell me, oh, like, yeah, my school has like the 10th writing workshop, this and that for July. But during my program, we only had like 1 or 2. For MBE, we only had 1 or 2. We didn't get to have workshops because we were February. And I do believe that made me how to learn the test even deeper. But then it gave me the ability to become a bar coach and help people figure things out on their own, because that's essentially what I had to do to pass. So it's a blessing in disguise because it turned me into a bar coach, and somebody asked me to become a bar coach, and that's how this all got moving forward, and here I am today. But I just want to tell you guys to make sure you're prioritizing MBE, every single subject. I have seen people who had high MBE scores in like 1 or 2 subjects, like 80%, but the rest were like 40s, 50s, and even lower than that, and that totally impacted their performance on bar day. So make sure you at least aim to score a 60% as standard on your MBE each individual subject, or aim for a 65 to really make sure you're safe, quote unquote, and keep doing that so that you know that on bar day you have comfort. If any individual subject is below a 60%, go watch an adaptive art video. If any subtopic is below a 60%, go watch an adaptive art video. Do not neglect it during this time. For essays, keep writing essays. Essays is a mixture of like practicing, getting better, and like doing it in time condition. It's not just about knowing your rules. It's about how do you structure your essay? Do you underline? How's your format? Is your essay clear? Graders, they tell you have less than like 30 minutes really looking at your essay. So sometimes it's not even about knowing your rules, but how do you structure every essay? Can you write every essay? And can you pull it together to get a passing score? Keep submitting your essays to a live bar grader or Barbary or Themis or whatever program you use. And some people I know, they use AI when they finish using all their essay graders from the program, and they ask AI about grading my essay. Is there a passing essay? How can I improve my essay? I know not everybody's for AI, but use a environment safe AI if that's the case. And yeah, For fluid and multiple choice, I've said this so many times, guys, bar exam masters, you could balance this out while doing your program's questions as well, but look at bar exam masters because I really do believe it looks more similar to the test. I do believe you should have been starting bar exam masters. That way you don't have to decide closer to test day, like, do I use bar exam masters or do I use my program's questions? I make my students balance both out. Like, they do bar exam masters, but they've been using it, and that's why they're still able to use their program's questions. So that's just insight from somebody who has a coach already. But start looking at bar exam masters and don't abandon your program. Still do those questions, but to me, bar exam masters look closer to the questions on test day. Something that you all need to prepare for is the stamina of switching your brains out on actual test day and switching from fluid multiple choice to MBE. We're going to talk about that. So many people I know literally said how they on day 2 of the exam they were drained, they were tired, and these are people who even loved MBE, but they were like mentally they were so tired. So this is why I think you should go to your school simulated full exam when they do Florida essays and then Florida multiple choice, and the next day you do MBE, because that's the feeling you need to get prepared for on bar day. And I do not believe that anyone should be feeling these feelings for the first time on bar day, so that you have a better chance of feeling the test. I feel like a lot of people know the knowledge, but if you didn't simulate so many times, that is detrimental to your score as well. It can impact performance. So go to your school simulated exams, no matter where you are. Simulate the exams yourself. Practice writing 3 essays in an hour on your own. Practice doing MBE 100 questions in 3 hours. Practice doing Florida 100 questions in 3 hours. You know, get yourself closest to test day as possible during this time, especially if you're in independent study. Simulate the exam on your own. You don't need the school to tell you to. Go do it by yourself. You could be in a different place than your friends and then where the school expects you to be, and you need to give yourself the best fighting chance. Everything you do needs to be in timed conditions, from essays to all MBE and Florida multiple choice. So prepare for that tiredness on day 2 for test day, and also write your essays. Leave everything you know on the table. Make sure you hit the major rules. And if you have extra time, go ahead and write those sub rules that you know are there. But make sure you're writing the meat of every single essay, and that your analysis is proper, and that you're connecting every fact to a rule in your analysis, and you're arguing after that the different sides. But you want to be able to explain the rules, is break down the rules. For example, burglary is the breaking and entering of a dwelling at night with the intent to commit a felony therein. What's a breaking? What's entering? What's the dwelling of another? What's at night? What's the intent to commit a felony therein? You want to connect those facts to the rules in your analysis, and you want to break down your rules if you can, if you have time, but you want to really break that down with the facts in your analysis. For fluid multiple choice, most people are afraid of just starting it. Start it, guys. Look at it, start it, get comfortable with those rules, and learn those rules from bar exam masters and the bar program that you keep seeing. Keep reviewing outlines, keep just any which way to get it in your head, get it in your head. This is often where I see students get tired of reviewing and they drop the ball, and then their scores start to dip. So never get tired of reviewing. Keep doing every subject every day to recall, and keep balancing yourself. As long as throughout your week you've seen everything every day, keep doing that. Do not neglect anything, and do not overly rely on one subject. Do not be that person like, oh, I'm only good at wills, but I'm not going to say this entities for fluid multiple choice. You need to do both. You don't know what the exam's going to be. Do not hypothesize what it's going to be and not study something else. Study everything. Something I also want to talk about is people who normally don't perform well on day 1 of the bar tend to be discouraged for day 2. But I don't care. Whatever happens on day 1, you need to learn to let it go and go to day 2 like, I'm going to pass this part though. Or, okay, I don't feel like I wrote everything for that essay, but day 2, I'm going to come in and save my score, and I know I'm passing both parts regardless, because Florida multiple choice saved me and MBE saved me too, or essay saved me and MBE, and I knew I was average on Florida multiple choice. You need to not be defeated on day 2. You need to keep going. Also, I recommend for everybody to be by themselves during this entire exam process. When it's bar day, you need to tell your friends, girl, we'll talk after the exam, because I have seen people thrown off from friends or just people talking in between that 1 hour break of the exam, because their friends will be like, oh my gosh, the essay was about this, and a person's like, wait, I wrote about this. And truthfully, everybody should be having the same gist of the essay, but everyone comes into the exam different levels of prepared. So that's why I say you shouldn't really talk to people in between your break. I didn't talk to anybody until after day 2 of the exam, and it was done. Wait for it to be done. That way you know no friend threw you off, no relationship threw you off, no parent threw you off, no bar coach, no nobody. I don't care. Put you first. This is an exam where you need to put you first, especially on bar day. Make sure you have your hotel booked, and make sure that you are literally alone. Print your tickets, register your computer for this exam. If you don't, you will be handwriting it. I can't say this enough, guys. Make sure you go in your bar correspondence, print your ticket out. That's where it is. Check your email for the bar because they've already probably sent you the exam soft to test out your exam. And if you won't be handwriting your exam. Try to at least write one exam handwritten for an essay. That way you can see if, God forbid, your computer crashed or anything, you're not going to be defeated and you know how to write one out and do that. Something else I want to say is use a paper test whenever possible for doing a simulated exam for Barbary, Themis, Kaplan, whatever your course is. Try to print out your exams. When you do an MBE, 50 questions, 66 questions, 100 questions, print out your exams constantly. Do your MBE in exam mode, do your photo bar masters in exam mode, write your essays in exam time constraints, and you should be feeling more prepared for bar day. Look at those rubrics, look at those model answers for your essays. Look at your model answers to see like if your analysis is proper. Look at the photo bar exam website to see how students wrote in an hour. That way you can also be realistic with yourself. If you don't know where to get bar rules, it's kind of really late in the game, but like I always tell people, Bar Exam Masters has rule statements if you need it. Look at what's the issue in your independent study time. What I did was, like, for the first time, my program towards the end would tell you, like, review Florida torts. I would look at that Florida torts outline once, but then I would go watch a what's the issue video every time they would tell me after that, because Grossman got it in my head more. So those are the little things to pick up on, and that's the things I did. Not telling you to do that, do what's best for you, but I will say watching what's the issue during the independent study did help a lot. This is where I want you guys to manifest and see very high for the bar exam. The bar exam is so close. Print out a passing score and put it on your wall right now. Bring that in your car with you if you're driving. Put that in your hotel room while you're there, and that will make you get up every morning. Print out your personal statement and hang it up. Write notes on a sticky note in your bathroom mirror and put, I will pass the bar. I am the next real estate attorney. I'm the next med mal attorney, and hang it up. You got this. This is the mind thing right now. Surround yourself with people who are putting in effort right now. Do not surround yourself with negative people. Please protect your mind on bar day. I do not recommend going out until day 2 of the bar. Do not drink alcohol until day 2 after the bar. If you can hold off, and give this exam your all. If you want to know how it is for Tampa, I encourage everyone to figure out right now the outfits you're going to wear for your 2-day bar exam. That way you can get that decision out your head. Make sure you know what you need to bring to Tampa in the exam room, what you can't bring. No hoodies, clear Ziploc bag. Don't forget your earmuffs. I remember bringing extra and somebody ended up needing it and I gave them, but not everybody's going to be prepared for another person, just themselves. So be prepared for you. Figure out your outfit, figure out what shoes, sneakers comfortable for you, sandals, slides. Figure it out. Figure it out now. They always say it's best to dress in layers. That way, if it's hot, you can take it off, but you can't put more on if you didn't bring it if it's cold. Just trying to give you guys all the little tips and tricks. What I did is the day before when you registered for your ticket, I scoped out the room, got comfortable, and then I also went back to my hotel room and did a route on how to get to there on the bar day to just pre-plan and pre-map. If you are staying in a hotel that's close to the convention center and you do plan on going back to your room, just know I was on the last floor, and if you're on the highest floor, it will take about 15-20 minutes just for the elevator to come to you, since every single person is using it. So keep that in mind on bar day, that the higher the floor, the earlier you need to practice leaving your room, because it will take 15 to 20 minutes. Yes. And on your 1-hour break, figure out where you need to go on bar day. Just know that if you have 15 minutes left on any part of the test, you cannot leave your seat until everybody has completed the exam. But before that 15 minutes, everybody can leave. There is timers everywhere, and I was somebody who sat in the back and I was still able to see the timers. There is a bunch of bathrooms on every side of the exam. To me, the exam testing center was very lively, more than what you would think it would be. I thought it would be a dark gray room. It was very pink on some walls, or the outside was pink, and I can't remember my photo bar exam video where I was like, the restroom signs were a color, or at least one wall was colorful pink. I can't remember anymore. You guys have to watch my photo bar exam video so that you guys can see. But just definitely know that this is a mental exam. Keep pushing strong. I don't want to hear nobody's not reviewing. Print out your MBEs. Review those tests you do. The more you review, the better you get. Review your essays. Don't just write it. Review that model answer. Review the rule. Review the analysis. Take this time so serious. Go over every Florida multiple choice subject. Practice it out. Do 100 questions exam mode. You know 4 to 7 crim is always tested. Do possible variations for this multiple choice that you can get, and go hard in the paint. Like I said, do not neglect MPE for day 2. Keep your mind strong. Go to as many simulated exams as you can go from your school. And if your school is not doing 3 essays, if your school is not doing 100 Florida multiple choice and you already got your questions, if your school is not doing 200 MPE, go ahead and start simulating that on your own. And whenever you can, use your book paper version for any form of this test, because that's another thing. A lot of people have a hard time switching from computer to the paper version, because in the computer you can highlight. Practice on paper only using a pencil, a mechanical pencil, because on exam day they give you a mechanical pencil only. No highlighters are allowed, no pens, no nothing, mechanical pencil. So use the paper version of the exam as much as you can. They have paper Florida multiple choice topics. Maybe when you practice, instead of practicing on Barbary for the Day or Florida Bar Exam Masters, you go in after that and you use a book to get used to simulating the exam, where you print out packets from the Florida Bar Exam website and you start going through those questions and you can simulate the exam. They don't give you every question that they use on the test, but you can at least get used to the paper feel. Getting used to the paper feel is so important, and I want to make sure you guys are all doing this. So this is me just telling you guys to keep pushing to bar day, to give you a little bit of insight on the test. If you guys want to know more of bar exam day, go look at what I did in my bar exam videos, from how I'm balancing everything to my other bar full video to my bar test day, and that should help you out. And yeah, I don't care where anyone's at in the program. Everyone should be writing essays now, doing full-on simulations for MBE, and simulating Florida multiple choice. That's where we are, guys. Keep pushing, and I wish you all the best. Figure out what breakfast you need to eat on bar day. I brought me some comfort snacks. I brought my favorite blanket. Do the things that you know will boost your mood on bar day. Start thinking about those things. And yeah, are you going to eat breakfast in your hotel room? Are you going to pack something to heat up in your hotel? Are you somebody who can be around people? Figure all those things out now. And I don't want to hear anybody was drained for day 2 on MBE, because you know now that's naturally draining feeling, and you need to get that feeling out right now. You got this, and good luck to everybody on bar day. Keep pushing. You never know where God can lead you, so don't think it's too late or over. I want you to keep pushing until the Tampa. Keep recalling your essays, and don't sleep on PR, because 2 out of 3 essays most likely has PR in it. Make sure you're that person who knows your rules more than the next person. Legally Naiya. Legally Naiya. Put yourself first. Don't let nobody come between you and your bar exam score. This is you versus you. And for the people in the future, come to me for the bar exam. If you end up retaking the bar, I am a Florida bar coach. I probably will be doing February, but with working, I'll probably be more selective in who I take on, limiting the amount of who I can take. And come to me early. The best way I can help anybody watching this is if you come to me early. Make sure you do early start. And I need everybody who's in bar prep to be honest and tell people to start early for the bar and what you wish you would have done. I say to everybody, take advantage of that summer, because it is hard to balance doing bar prep while in school, or you just gotta bite that bullet and do bar prep while in school. Figure out which way. What's the issue is a great supplement. Adapt to bar videos when you're lost in MBE is a great supplement. Bar exam masters for Florida multiple choice is a great supplement. You guys got this. You will become the attorney and everything you said you will be, and more. As somebody on the other side who's now an attorney who got tired of studying every day and was like, let's do this test, I'm so thankful I took the exam serious. So thankful I simulated the exam. So thankful I knew that I knew every essay. I never neglected any MBE subject, and I'm glad I went through every Florida multiple choice subject. Because now, even if you're in the job hunting process, no matter what, you have the hardest part down. You are an attorney. Nobody can stop you after that. You guys got this. See you on the other side. And refer the next people at the bar to me as your Florida bar coach. And go on my website, www.legallynaiya.com. I also do social media advice on how to build a following, how to build a loyal following, as well as giving you content ideas if you're somebody who has a hard time being creative, as well as doing law school advice for anybody going to law school, in law school, how to improve your grades, how to network better, where to find opportunities, after the bar. I'm your girl. Go visit my website for mentorship, for bar coaching, or for social media. And I'm also probably going to educate people on intellectual property and branding from an educational standpoint. And yeah, teaching everyday people about copyright and trademarks, and just giving knowledge. See you guys soon. You can also look at my website, because I'm going to start making blog posts on IP, sports, entertainment law. Bye guys, Legally Naiya here. Good luck on the exam. You got to keep pushing till bar day.